Hello, and welcome to AVVSJ Engineers Limited. First of all, congratulations on joining our team. We're delighted to have you with us, and we look forward to working with you. In this short tutorial, I'll guide you through the complete onboarding process using our RootHR Employee Portal. Don't worry if this is your first time using the system. We'll go through every step together, one screen at a time. The entire process usually takes around 10 to 15 minutes, provided you have all your information and documents ready. So before you log in, I recommend watching this video from start to finish. It will save you time and help you complete your onboarding smoothly. And remember, if you ever need help during the process, our HR administrator is only a phone call or email away. Before we begin, let's have a quick look at what we'll be doing today. First, we'll activate your employee account. Next, we'll create your secure password. Then, we'll complete your personal profile. After that, we'll upload your employment documents. We'll then review and electronically sign the company's policies. You'll also provide some employment and joining information. Finally, we'll complete your onboarding, and you'll be ready to start using your employee portal. As you can see, it's a simple step-by-step process. I'll stay with you throughout the tutorial, explaining exactly what you need to do. So, before we log in, let's make sure you have everything ready. Before logging into the employee portal for the first time, it's a good idea to spend just a few minutes preparing everything you'll need. Having these items ready will make the onboarding process much quicker and much easier. Let's go through the checklist together. Personal information. Please have your personal information available. This includes your full legal name, exactly as it appears on your official documents, your date of birth, your current residential address, your personal email address, your mobile telephone number, and your emergency contact details, including their name, their relationship to you, and their telephone number. Identity and right to work documents. Next, please have your identity documents ready, depending on your circumstances. These may include your passport, your visa, your immigration documents, your biometric residence permit, or any right to work documents required by UK legislation. If applicable, you may also be asked for a national identity card. Before uploading, please check that every document is valid, complete, and clearly readable. Blurry photographs may need to be uploaded again later. Employment documents. You may also be asked to upload employment-related documents. These could include your curriculum vitae, educational certificates, professional qualifications, training certificates, professional memberships, or previous employment references. Don't worry if every document isn't required. The system will only ask for documents relevant to your employment. Payroll information. To allow the company to pay your salary correctly, please keep your UK bank account details ready. This includes your bank name, account number, and sort code. If you haven't opened a UK bank account yet, please let our HR administrator know as soon as possible. Tax information. Depending on your employment circumstances, you may also need your national insurance number, HMRC starter information, or previous employer PAYE details. Again, only provide information that applies to you. Electronic signature. Later in the onboarding process, you'll be asked to acknowledge company policies electronically. You have two options. You can draw your signature directly on the screen, or if you already have a saved image of your signature, you can upload it instead. Whichever option you choose, please make sure your signature is clear and readable. Technical requirements for the best experience. We recommend completing your onboarding using a laptop or desktop computer. However, a modern smartphone or tablet will also work perfectly. Please make sure you have a stable internet connection, a modern web browser, and access to your email account during the process. Once everything is ready, you're all set to begin. Let's log into your employee portal. Once your employee account has been created by our HR team, you'll receive an invitation email similar to the one shown on your screen. This email contains your temporary login details, along with a button labeled Login Now. Please open the email carefully and click Login Now. This will take you directly to the RootHR Employee Portal. Once the login page opens, we'll move on to the next step. You're now on the RootHR login page. In the username field, enter the same email address where you received your invitation. Next, enter the temporary password provided in the invitation email. Take a moment to check that both entries are correct. Once you're ready, click the Sign In button. The system will now ask you to create your own secure password. For your security, the temporary password can only be used once. You'll now create your own personal password. Choose a password that is strong, easy for you to remember, but difficult for anyone else to guess. A good password usually contains uppercase letters, lowercase letters, numbers, and at least one special character. Avoid using your name, your birthday, or simple passwords such as password 123. After entering your new password, confirm it by typing it again in the second box. Once both passwords match, click Change Password. Congratulations, your account has now been secured with your own password. In the next part of this tutorial, we'll sign in using your new password, complete your personal profile, and begin your onboarding journey. Now that you've successfully created your new password, let's sign in again. Enter your email address, and this time, use the new password you created in the previous step. Take a moment to make sure everything has been entered correctly. When you're ready, click Sign In. Excellent. You've now securely accessed your employee portal for the very first time. Next, we'll complete your personal profile. Welcome to your onboarding dashboard. This is where your onboarding journey really begins. The first section asks you to complete your personal information. Please enter each field carefully and accurately. Remember, The information you provide here becomes part of your official employment record. As you work through the form, you'll notice that some fields are marked as mandatory. These fields must eventually be completed before your onboarding can be fully finalized. If you already have all the required information, simply complete the form and then click Save Details. However, don't worry if you don't have everything available right now. Perhaps you're waiting for some information, or you simply need to check a detail later. That's perfectly fine. You can continue by selecting Next Step and return to complete this section whenever you're ready. The system has been designed to let you complete the onboarding in the order that works best for you. Once you finish this section, we'll move on to understanding your onboarding progress. As you move through the onboarding process, you'll notice two helpful progress indicators. On the left-hand side of the screen, you'll see the onboarding menu. Each item represents one stage of the onboarding process. Across the top of the page, you'll also see a progress bar. This shows how much of your onboarding has been completed overall. Whenever you successfully complete a section, both indicators update automatically. If you choose to skip a section or leave required information incomplete, that section will remain marked as pending. Don't worry, pending simply means you'll need to come back and complete it later. These progress indicators are there to help you quickly identify any outstanding tasks, so you always know what still needs your attention. Now, let's continue to one of the most important stages of onboarding: uploading your employment documents. Load the documents required to complete your employment records. Depending on your role, you may be asked to upload documents such as your passport, right-to-work documents, visa or immigration documents, qualification certificates, bank details, or any other documents requested by the company. Please upload each required document carefully. Before uploading, take a quick moment to check that every document is clear, complete, and easy to read. Good quality uploads help avoid delays and reduce the need for documents to be submitted again. If all your documents are ready, simply upload each one and then continue to the next step. However, if you don't yet have some of the required documents available, there's no need to worry. You can continue by selecting Next Step or choose Skip for now. This allows you to complete the remaining onboarding steps first and return to your document uploads later. It's important to remember that although the system allows you to continue, your onboarding will not be considered fully complete until all mandatory documents have been submitted. If you choose to skip this step, the employee portal will continue displaying reminders and pending actions until the missing documents have been uploaded. These reminders are simply there to help ensure that your employment records remain complete, accurate, and compliant with company and legal requirements. If you're unsure which documents are required, or if you're having difficulty uploading a file, please contact your HR administrator. We'll be happy to assist you. Excellent. You've now completed another important stage of the onboarding process. In the next part of this tutorial, we'll review the company's policies, learn how to provide your electronic signature, and complete your policy acknowledgements. You've now reached one of the most important parts of the onboarding process: reviewing and acknowledging the company's policies. These policies have been prepared to help you understand how we work, what standards we expect, and the responsibilities we all share as employees of AVVSJ Engineers Limited. On your screen, you'll see a list of policies that require your acknowledgement. The number of policies may vary depending on your role within the company. To begin, simply click on any policy listed under Pending Policy Actions. The complete document will open for you to review. Please take your time to read the policy carefully. There's no need to rush. Understanding these policies is an important part of your employment. Once you've finished reading, tick the checkbox confirming that you have read and understood the document. Next, you'll be asked to provide your electronic signature. You have two options. If you're using a computer, tablet, or phone with a touchscreen, you can simply draw your signature using the on-screen signature tool. Alternatively, if you've already saved an image of your signature, you can upload it instead. Choose whichever method is most convenient for you. After your signature has been added, the Sign and Acknowledge button will become available. Click this button to confirm your acknowledgement. Excellent. You've successfully completed your first policy. Now let's see what happens next. Once you've signed and acknowledged a policy, it automatically moves from the Pending Policy Actions list to the Completed section. This helps you keep track of which policies have already been completed and which ones still require your attention. Simply repeat the same process for each remaining policy. Open the document, read it carefully, confirm that you've understood it, provide your signature, and click Sign and Acknowledge. The order doesn't matter. You can complete the policies in whichever sequence you prefer. If you don't have enough time to finish them all today, you can choose Skip for now and continue with the remaining onboarding steps. However, it's important to remember that every assigned policy must eventually be acknowledged. Until then, the employee portal will continue displaying reminders, and these policies will remain listed as pending actions. Our recommendation is simple. If possible, complete all policy acknowledgements during your initial onboarding. Doing so helps ensure your employee record is fully compliant and avoids unnecessary reminders later. Once you've acknowledged every assigned policy, you're ready to continue to the next stage. The next section asks you to provide information relating to your employment with the company. Depending on your role, the questions shown on your screen may vary slightly. Please complete each field carefully and make sure the information you provide is accurate. If you're unsure about any question, please don't guess. Instead, contact your HR administrator for assistance. We'll be happy to explain what's required before you submit the information. Remember, you don't have to complete every section in a fixed order. At any time, you can use the navigation menu on the left-hand side of your screen to return to a previous step or move to another section that you'd prefer to complete first. If some information isn't currently available, you may click Next Step or choose Skip for now. The section will simply remain marked as pending, allowing you to complete it later. The onboarding process has been designed to be flexible while still ensuring that all required information is eventually completed. Before moving on, take one final moment to review everything you've entered. A few extra seconds now can help avoid corrections later. Excellent. You're making great progress. In the final part of this tutorial, we'll complete the onboarding process, access the employee portal, learn how pending actions work, and explain what happens when the company requests additional information in the future. Congratulations, you're almost finished. Congratulations. You've now reached the final stage of the onboarding process. By this point, you may have completed every onboarding step, or you may still have a few sections marked as pending. Either option is perfectly acceptable. If the complete onboarding button is now available, you can click it to access your employee portal. Before you continue, there's one important point to remember. Completing your onboarding gives you access to the employee portal, but it does not automatically mean that every onboarding requirement has been completed. If you've chosen to skip some steps, those sections will remain marked as pending, and you'll continue receiving reminders until they're completed. Our recommendation is simple. Whenever possible, complete every onboarding task before selecting Complete Onboarding. Doing so ensures that your employee record is complete, helps the company meet its compliance requirements, and saves you from having to return and complete outstanding tasks later. However, if you need immediate access to the employee portal, you can complete your onboarding now and finish any remaining tasks afterwards. Let's see what happens next. After entering the employee portal, you may notice one or more notifications displayed on your dashboard. These notifications are simply reminders. They let you know that there are still some onboarding tasks waiting to be completed. You'll also see a section called Pending Actions. Each item in this list is clickable. Simply select the task you'd like to complete, and the system will take you directly to the relevant page. This makes it quick and easy to return to unfinished sections, without having to search through the entire onboarding process again. Please don't ignore these reminders. They're designed to help ensure that your employee information remains complete, accurate, and fully compliant with company requirements. As soon as you complete each outstanding task, the corresponding reminder will disappear automatically. You'll soon have a dashboard that's completely clear, with no outstanding onboarding actions remaining. If you're ever unsure about a reminder or need help completing a task, please contact your HR administrator. We'll always be happy to assist you. Although your onboarding will soon be complete, your employee portal will continue to play an important role throughout your employment with AVVSJ Engineers Limited. From time to time, the company may ask you to provide additional information, upload updated documents, or review new company policies. Whenever this happens, you'll receive an email notification, and a new task will also appear inside your employee portal. Whenever you receive one of these notifications, please log in as soon as possible. Review the request carefully, and complete the required action within the requested timeframe. Keeping your employee information up to date helps us maintain accurate employment records, meet our legal and regulatory obligations, and provide you with efficient HR support whenever you need it. If you have any questions about a future request, please don't hesitate to contact the HR team. We're here to help. Congratulations! You've successfully completed the RootHR Employee Onboarding tutorial. Thank you for taking the time to complete your onboarding carefully and accurately. Your cooperation helps us maintain secure, accurate, and compliant employee records, while ensuring you have access to all the services available through the employee portal. This tutorial covered the complete onboarding process, from activating your account, creating your password, completing your personal profile, uploading employment documents, reviewing company policies, and finishing your onboarding successfully. In our next tutorial, we'll introduce the everyday features of the employee portal. You'll learn how to apply for annual leave and other leave requests, download your current and previous payslips, update your personal information whenever your circumstances change, view company announcements and important notifications, respond to future HR requests, and explore many other useful features available to you as an employee. On behalf of everyone at AVVSJ Engineers Limited, I'd like to extend a very warm welcome to the team. We wish you every success in your new role, and we look forward to working with you. Thank you for watching. Welcome to AVVSJ Engineers Limited.